Jonathan Hammond here. In this video I'm going to show you how to create an Alexa skill that uses a Google Sheet and the audio player. Now, the advantage that using the audio player has, as opposed to just the regular blocks like in here, is the fact you don't have a 90-second limit like you do in the regular block. So here is my completed skill, and I'll just run through this with you, and I have added a couple of extra things in here that you should find useful. So now let me just run through. So here's my Google Sheet here with the full URL, and what we want to get is the actual sheet ID, which is the bit that starts after the D / and ends before the edit bit on the end. So this / edit is what it actually says. If I just reposition that, there you can see. So if I just copy this sheet ID, I can then go into my special tool that I created that you're all able to use, which is https://contentsite.biz/gsJSON. That's JSON. And so now if I just copy that ID into this box like so and click next, you'll see that it now actually gives me my JSON URL. So I'm just going to copy that, and I'm going to go into the JSON validator just so that we can load the URL and check that this indeed is a valid JSON file. So I can just paste that link that I'd copied into this box, and you can see it ends values (alt equals JSON), which is a good indication that we have the right link. So if I just load that, and you can see that looks like a valid file, and if I click the validate here, indeed you can see there that it says it is valid. Okay, so I'm going to take that link that I copied and just add it in here, because I'll need that in a minute. So I'm now going to go back to Storyline and go to my JSON URL. Now optionally you can also add this instead into this block here. Personally, I prefer to put this JSON URL in a separate block, but that isn't totally essential. You can actually add it in here, like so, and then you would fill the details in, but let me show you in my one. So I'll just delete that one out of there, and I'll go over here, and so when I click on this, you can see I have a URL in. This one is slightly different, so I am going to actually change it to use the one that we've just got the link for. So I'll just paste that in and say I've given a name to it up the top, And this is the important bit, is you want this statement here. Now this variable can be anything that you want, and in fact, as this is a response that Alexa is going to speak, we don't actually need to prepare it or declare it in advance under this section here. Okay, so you don't need to use this now. Okay, so I'll go back into here, and then you'll notice what I'm doing is I'm actually sending it to the audio player, which is this block here. Hence you have this dotted line that goes in here. So if I now click on audio player, you'll see that I have my variable in here, and I'm actually going to make this have 2 curly brackets. And then the other important thing is to have this block here, so that when the user says stop or pause, it will then go to the pause block, which you see over here. Now, in addition, what I've done for this block is I've added 2 additional phrases in here, next and stop. Now what that enables me to do is to go back to this JSON block if someone says next, and that will then get a new random track. Occasionally, of course, you might get the same one twice, but really the more tracks you have, the less likelihood there is that you'll get the same one twice. But, you know, as it's a random number, it is possible. And then for the stop one, I'm just sending it to the stop block, so it will then actually exit. So that gives you a quick breakdown of this. As you can see, because of the changes I've made, it's now re-uploading it to Alexa. So we'll just wait for that to finish, and then we'll test it out. It may not be too clear, though I do have my Echo Dot in the same room that I'm recording this video, so we'll see how it goes really. So hopefully that will be finished in a minute. What I think I'll do actually is I'll pause the video till that finishes. And actually the other thing I wanted to explain to you that I've added is this else block. Now the idea of that, if someone says something that Alexa is not expecting, then it will actually play this block here, which I've just put in as I'm sorry, I did not get that, can you please try again? And that will then send this back to the welcome block, to the second section here, because I didn't want it to repeat the welcome bit, but just the instructions say yes to hear a random track. So try this out. Alexa, open variable.
Welcome to variable. Say yes to hear a random audio track.
No.
I am sorry I did not get that. Can you please try again? Say yes to hear a random audio track.
Yes. And so, as you can see, here I should say, it is now actually playing a audio track. So I'll just say stop, and you do, it seems you need to say Alexa stop.
Thanks for listening. Say next to hear another track. Say stop to exit.
So I can now say next. And now it's actually playing a different track. Alexa, stop.
Thanks for listening. Say next to hear another track. Say stop to exit.
Stop.
Come back tomorrow to play this peaceful sound again. Just say, Alexa, open variable, to open the skill again.
So that shows you how this works, and hopefully that's cleared up any confusion over the one I recorded last week. So hopefully you'll find this useful and get some value from it. Thanks and bye for now.